how's everybody doing today? My buddy and I are going to install a Loop Loc cover on his pool. And as you can see right now, maybe, is one of the things we got to do is run string or rope across the pool. So we put the cover over it. It'll support the cover while we measure it and determine where to install the anchors. So that's what we're going to do next. My buddy and I unfolded the cover and determined which end had to go where. They tell you that where the tag is. I gotta be careful walking here. Where the tag is on the cover, they give you a diagram of your pool and where the anchor points are going to be. You have to make all the measurements though, but there's a tag, and a tag is on the corner, and they tell you on that anchor instruction sheet where the tag goes on so that you open up the cover in the proper way. That is not easy, but it wasn't that bad actually. It only took us about 3 or 4 looks at it, and we've got it unfolded in the proper way, and it's now laying on those strings that we installed. And now we got to center the cover, and then we will make some measurements, and then we will have to install all the springs on the cover, which is like this. The springs get attached, and they got to be equal around the whole cover, and then we will make measurements so that we will install anchors in the cement. And that's going to involve a 3/4 inch drill bit, which here's the hammer drill we're using. It's I think about 20 or more years old, Bosch Bulldog 11224 VSR. It's a combo hammer drill, hammer only or drill only, depending on which position you put the knob in. And it's an SDS system, and this is what the SDS system looks like at the tip of the drill bit. What we did is we used this 3/16 as a pilot hole, go down probably about, I think it looks like to there, and then follow up with this 3/4 inch bit down to the tape, which is I forget, I know it says in the instructions, which I think we had to find on the video. So these are the anchors that get put in the cement, and you don't find the instructions on how to put these in the written instructions. You have to see a video. The video says that we have to drill a hole 2 1/4 inches deep, which is, whoops, more than deep enough. So it must be for dust and stuff, but we're going to vacuum the holes out. Alright, so these are the anchors. Let me just, that's the inside, or the part that's going to, hold the springs, and this is the part that gets installed flush with the cement. This is the neural part, is the part that's going to go into the cement. So that's going to get installed flush. Then we put this part in, of which the spring will wrap around that part. So when you're going to use the cover off season, you open these up so they're up a little bit so you can put the spring on. And when you're going to use the pool, you take the cover off, and then you lower them flush, which this one's not flush, but they give you an Allen wrench. You can lower it flush, and then it looks nice around the pool. All right. How the SDS system works is, which is really nice, is the design of this tip. It's just
the drill, it must be out.
Yep, it just pushes in, so it's pretty cool. And then you just push that back and to release it. Yes, and the location of this particular anchor, marked it, and now we will drill a pilot hole and then drill the 3/4 inch hole. Let me back up. Yes. Give my man the room to use the drill. See, there's the little pilot drill we're using. This 3/16 cement drill. Yeah, we did. The old poof of the big drill. Good. That looks good. Now we're going to clean the hole. We're vacuuming it. We don't have an air compressor, so we're vacuuming it.
Well, we could turn the vac around, but
one
of the things I thought of is, that's a freaking mess. Get that mess out of my pool.
Really? Wow. It's not a blue pool. It's a cement pool. Speaking of cement, this cement is about 22 years old. So we use the pounding tool to get a measurement to see if it's down low enough. Kind of going below that. Yeah, that's good too.
That fell down even farther, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. I'll just take a little more out of here.
Kind of using just to break up the... Alright, so this, again, this is the pounding tool, but we use it to also use the measurement. It's below that, so it's good. Now we get an anchor and oops. And like we showed already, we'll put it in place. Even got the name Loop Loc on it. We're going to take this part out.
Sure he is.
Stick it in the hole. Oh, it's way over here. Spray a little silicone for some reason. We don't know why.
Because we can.
That's right. This is the handy dandy smash them in tool.
Hey, you don't want to get your...
And that's about it. And you'll notice that sometimes it kind of deforms, but it doesn't affect the thread. So the tool, I guess, is doing its job. So we're just screwing down. There's a place on the anchor that doesn't have any threads, and that's where the spring sits when you open it up when you're using this cover. When you're not using the cover, you just close them down with that long... Here's the tool to put the spring on, and it's gonna pull the spring down over, and then boop, ta-da!
Did we get the notch before?
No,
we got the notch now.
You get the notch, and then this is the Allen wrench that we use to, when we take the cover off, we screw these anchors down so they're flush with the concrete, like that. Cool. All right, we started well, first we had to figure out which corners. This is a rectangular pool, but it's got steps here, and it's got a little angle piece here on each end. So the rectangular part would be what's not there. And then we're supposed to install the anchors on the rectangular part. Of course, they show a rectangular pool, so it's a piece of cake. It's the corner ones. But I think what we were looking at here is this one is a straight line down to there. And while this one's a straight line to over there. Now, if this was a true, just a rectangular pool, then that would be the setup here. So we got the springs on it, and down there, etc., etc. Now, the interesting about it is the written instructions say to place the anchors 18 inches from the edge of the cover. However, the plan they give you says 20 inches. But we're not sure where we're supposed to put these springs, how far back, because they're pretty tight. And they're 16 inches right now. So that's our conundrum right now. We're going back, look at instructions and see from there. We made our first hole, the scary one. You can see a chalk line here. We put a chalk line 30 inches from the edge of the pool because the overhang of the cover is 12 inches and they want 18 inches from the edge of the cover, so we put a chalk line at 30 inches and then came off of this square and drilled a 3/4 inch hole and banged that in with that tool, and then you put the threaded part in, and right now this is springs on it. It's not tension because we're doing the other side over there. So now we're measuring across that side of the pool. We're going to do a chalk line there. We ran out of chalk, so we're putting chalk in the chalk line. So okay, let's update where we're at. We've got about half of the anchors installed. So we're going to start from the diving board end here and go around. You can see the anchors we put in. So we're going to do these anchors here. These are kind of tricky. We'll come over to the other side here, but we're trying to get a straight line. We're not perfect, but we're trying to get a straight line on these two. So basically we started with this end and the other end because they're 90 degrees. Got all the springs on the straps. We got another anchor done here, which is kind of like dividing the pool. So that one's assembled on this side too, so it's taut here. But yet we have not adjusted the straps yet. If we need to, and still need to do this. This is the stairs. This is the stairs in here. So we did this one, part of it. That's again straight across. Now we're at the other end of the pool, this shallow end. This pool has, this angle here. So we did these anchors that go straight across both sides. So there's 3 points right now. Well, there's probably more. Anyways, there's at least 3 points where it's tight all the way across. 2 in the long direction and 1 in the short direction. I think this might be, this one's too here. This one's done in the short direction, this one here. So again, this was a starting point because it's whatever, 90 degrees. These are done over here. You can see our chalk line. That chalk line is 30 inches out from the pool. The cover is about 12 inches overlapping the pool on both sides. Over here it looks like there's more. You can actually see the pool line there, so it's like, what, 15 inches. But most of it's about 12 inches. We use that, and then this is where it gets a little interesting, is the plan we received for the pool says that the anchor should be located 20 inches past the edge of the cover. So if the cover is 12, then the chalk line would be 32 inches. 12 plus 20 would be 32 inches. So we put the chalk line at 32 inches. But all the other instructions say 18. So anyways, we used 18. And so these anchors are placed about 18 inches from the cover. As you can see, we caught our first leaf. All right. All right, we've got quite a bit done now. You can see now we need to tighten it up in this area. Well, do them. So we got this, the shallow end of the pool is pretty tight here. That's about actually where it seems to end up, I think. I think the shallow end ends about here someplace, and then it goes deep. I believe this is a 9-foot depth in at the diving board end. So these over here are done, and now we have to watch out for all these. See these cords here? Gotta watch out for those. Those will all get cut after we get this on. We gotta put these in here for this section of the pool. So far so good. Seems to be tightening up nicely. You know, are we perfect? No, we probably these straps here and that one over there. No, that one there. We probably could have done those differently. But, oh well. Things we learn if we ever do it again. Wonder how much this costs for a pro to do it. And I suspect a pro, they just know that, oh, come in and bing, 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 measures, and you know, oh, it's this many whatever, and drill the holes and bing, and then they're out. You know, so probably 2 people, they know what they're doing. There's a lot of holes to drill. But I don't know, half a day, 4, maybe 6 hours. It's taken us quite a while. This is the second day. We got about half it done yesterday, and right now it's still morning, but I don't know what time. Let's see what it's. 11:06 now. We started at 9, so two hours. And basically the beginning of those 2 hours, we kind of had to take our tools back out and reset up. Although we left the electric line out here. It didn't rain last night. So. All right, gonna go back to it. Finish that. Quick update here. We got them all in. Woohoo! And we did it's 11:34 right now. We did these last 6 in a half an hour, which were these guys. You can see they're wet. And whoops, keep forgetting not to move the camera so fast. The sun, oops, don't want to trip on those things. We're going to be cutting the rope underneath. So far, it's pretty good. So here's the other 3. So that was cool. So knowing what we just did, I'm sure someone who does it all the time would just say, okay, the size of the pool is this, the size of the cover is that. We'll snap lines around the pool at this distance away. And then you just want to make sure you put the anchors on that line in a proper manner.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks great. I wouldn't want to put an elephant on it, but
Told you, use a fat girlfriend.
Yeah, we had an interesting little joke off camera, which was about putting these anchors in. I don't know we should say it on camera. But the whole pool's covered. Yeah. You know, can we tighten it up? I suppose we can. I don't know.
I'm asking myself why.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to do what it's supposed to do, right? Keep the debris out, leaves, and let the water in.
Well, so what?
You can see our chalk lines, see? Here's a chalk line. The chalk line goes all the way down there. Not bad for 2 guys that never did this before.